just going to record this like this, kind of like a voice note, where you can see my legs. I just wanted to kind of just chat. So it's 2nd of May, a little after 3 p.m. I am walking back from a dog walk, and for some reason I've got like a little anxiety attack kind of in process, and so I thought I would record kind of how it feels, how it can affect you. So I'm just walking back some of the footpaths that I know. I felt this come on literally towards the end of like the half an hour dog walk. I could feel kind of my hands, my arms get a bit shaky. Holding my phone up to my mouth, so obviously it's a bit clearer for you. I can feel like my right arm is shaking, as you can tell from my voice. It's not smooth, it's not an easy chat. The only way I can kind of describe what's going on right now, other than like the pain in my foot, which is just due to some shoe issues, is that it feels like someone's pulling on me. It's almost like someone trying to almost hold me back. There's not really a pressure on my chest. I mean, often you hear people say about anxiety, you get a pressure on your chest. Mine is actually on my back. Quite often I will get the pressure on my chest. For some reason this time around, like, it feels as though somebody has added a bag of rocks to my back. Like, I just feel this pressure. And to start with, when I started my walk, I thought I should probably, actually get into my walk before I try and record anything, in case I couldn't actually get too far into my walk and I needed to like sit down and rest. So when I started, my feet were heavy. I mean, like, you can see, this isn't necessarily my normal pace. This is quite a slow pace for me. Because again, I don't want to move too much and cause too much circulation. I already feel quite warm. I can pretty much guarantee I'm very pink in the face. I don't want to cause any reason for me to overheat, or for any reason for me to faint. It's like I'm on my own. I don't need to faint. So it started off with like the little shakes, kind of like little tingles, then moved on to slight pressure on the chest, moving towards my back. And the only way I can realistically describe it is like someone who's used a grappling hook, like in Batman, when like he shoots the little thing up and then he uses it to climb up the building, and obviously this 4-way prong thing obviously has hooked itself on and he's just climbing up. realistically, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like someone has put a grappling hook through me and is just trying to use me as their anchor, and all the while it's just kind of pulling me down. And rather than it kind of going from the back through to the front, they've gone through the front and they're trying to use my back as like the anchor. And so this pressure is just trying, it was initially trying to pull me back, it now almost feels like it's trying to pull me forward a bit. And so I know it's loosening up, it's coming off, it's getting easier. And I think talking definitely helps, because it gets your mind off of the possibility of fainting. Talking as well helps kind of regulate your breath a bit, which is why, again, I thought I would make the voice note, really. But I just thought, obviously you'll already be able to tell the difference. I can tell the difference with how I started this to how it's going. It's not half as difficult to breathe now as when I started. When I started, I had to take a lot of breaths. It was difficult to manage. I couldn't take a deep breath, because when you're going through it, it's almost like everything is restricted. It is like you are pushed in between a vice, and they go, here, have 1/4% of your lung capacity and continue to live with that. And once you get yourself over the whole anxiety attack, obviously it all comes back. I mean, you've kind of got to get yourself back to breathing normally, but it all comes back. And obviously mine is starting to come back. It's taken me a bit of time to figure out how to walk and talk again, but the breathing it's getting there. And obviously talking helps that, because you can't just stop every second to take a breath, and so your body has to figure out a way to keep you alive, but also be able to keep you talking, because otherwise somebody's not going to want to hold a conversation with you. And it also means that my mind is no longer thinking, oh fuck, I can't breathe, oh fuck, am I going to faint, oh shit, like my arms feel tingly, oh my legs feel heavy, oh, do I feel a bit lightheaded? You know, my mind's busy on trying to figure out the best way to explain what it's going through right now. And realistically, all that I'm left with now, 8 minutes into our chat, is a bit of a shaky arm and some pressure in my back. Now, thankfully, it's not too much. I'll be able to kind of shake it off, move it about once I'm home. But I mean, if it weren't for kind of being here and chatting, I probably would have had to have sat down, because I don't know how well I would have handled it. So chatting has helped. It's helped kind of regulate everything. It's helped take the pressure off of a lot. And I thought, why not chat during the midst of a very random anxiety attack? Like, I don't know what brought it on. I have no reason to feel anxious. I have no reason to, I don't know, to feel anxious really. But either way, something triggered off this response, and this is kind of what's happened. If I sound a bit breathless now, it's because I'm going uphill. But yeah, it just kind of took me by surprise. But I thought maybe maybe I could use this moment to help others. Because again, it's not necessarily something that we all talk about openly, and I don't know why it's come on. And if I was with Mum, I'd be able to tell her and say, like, I feel all shaky, something's not right, but I'm alone, so I have to just keep on going. Like, I have no way of getting home unless I walk. I mean, I could call a taxi, but I'm not one for spending money on that, so I walk. And so it's very much I'm dependent on me right now, and you know, I've got to get used to it. You know, sometimes you are going to be on your own, and you're going to need to figure out a way on how to deal with it. And so I decided, why not? Let's try recording and see how it goes, and see if it just helps a bit. Definitely seems to have improved the situation. So hopefully it can help some others. But we're going to move on from that. I feel better now. It's just the arm, but thankfully we can deal with some shaky arms. That's not necessarily too much of an issue. It can be quite the regular after dealing with some big dogs for a bit of time. So I'm just going to carry on, get home, sort dinner, and yeah. So I'll catch you guys in a bit, and hopefully we'll be out of it completely by the time I'm home. But it was a very random little episode, and I just thought maybe recording it not only will help me, but will help some others. So yeah,